If this sounds like the title to the kind of thing you'd read in a women's magazine, then that's where I've pretty much taken it. I've taken it from an online presence called Your Tango, and the title of the article, written by four women, is 21 Undeniable Benefits of Being Divorced, and it's aimed at women. So I've just turned it round, and I'm going to say that these 21 benefits, they fit with MGTOW perfectly, and certainly most of them. Anyway, let's go through them. And I'll give you a very brief profile on all four of the women as I go along through them. And anyway, I'll ignore the preamble and go straight on to number one. You will become a stronger person. Well, you are far stronger being a MGTOW than you ever will be within a marriage. I don't give a shit what other people say on that. In a marriage, you are contractually obliged to be fucked up in the event of a divorce. It's not like going into a relationship, a business relationship, where you have a 50-50 partnership. You don't. You know, that business collapses, you share the debts. If you sell it for a profit, you share the profits. The event of a divorce for a man, you lose everything. 2, you will become closer to your friends and appreciate them more. Well, if you don't get married and you remain MGTOW, you won't lose half your friends because they're going to be sifted through by your wife as she decides who you can see and who you cannot see. So excellent advice for MGTOWs. Remain single. 3, you now control your life. Yes, MGTOWs do. You make the decisions you want to without having to consult with someone else. Yes, that's MGTOW. 4, you are independent. Yeah, that's MGTOW. You do what you want, she says, when you want, and how you want. Yep, precisely. This is by Carol Ferguson. 5, you can grow as a person. Yes, that's right, you can if you're MGTOW. You are definitely going to be restricted if you're married. 6, you know better who you want to marry the next time round. Jesus Christ. I've heard of the cock carousel, but it's now turning into the divorce and marriage carousel for women. And she finishes that paragraph by saying, you most definitely know what you don't want in a partner. Well, yeah, I don't fucking have a partner in the first place. That would be my advice to MGTOWs. 7, you have learned to live alone. Yes, precisely. Well, that's exactly what MGTOWs have already learned, thank you, Carol. Because you have learned to love yourself. Well, it sounds a little bit narcissistic to me, but men don't have to love themselves. They just need to remain single. 8, you're better off. Precisely. You are, Carol. This is the last one from Carol. You're better off. Well, you're much better off if you remain MGTOW because you don't have to pay for your wife. And children are very expensive. And if you get divorced, when you get divorced, she's just going to steal them anyway. And women, remember, men pay most of the money into most households anyway. And women spend the vast majority of it. So fuck that. You're far better being independent, guys. I'll just give you a tiny little bit of the profile on Carol here, and like I say, I'll leave a link to the whole thing in the description box. She's a 3rd degree Reiki master from the Reiki Grandmaster Academy, working towards becoming a 7th degree master. Sounds like she could beat the shit out of you, but Reiki is just a pseudoscience, hands-on healing bullshit, I'd call it. And another article she's written down here, something that she's also apparently an expert in, is how to feng shui decor your new house after divorce. Feng shui, for those of you who don't know, is a Chinese, well, it's bullshit. It's a pseudoscience and doesn't mean a damn thing. Okay, so she's into Oriental stuff and persuading women to get divorced. Now, moving on to Mickey McWade, number 9. You can focus. Yes, thank you very much, I can. She continues, there are some less than obnoxious but definite benefits of being... less than obvious, not obnoxious. I was thinking obnoxious because it was a Freudian slip. I was thinking of the obnoxious women who deny fathers and children and grandparents, respectively, access to each other. But she says no. She says there are some less than obvious but definite benefits of being a divorced woman. Well, I suppose one of those benefits from the divorced woman's point of view is that she can do all that denying and in most cases get away with it. 10, she continues, you'll gain strength. Well, I'd say to men, you get married, you lose strength. You're like Samson having his fucking locks torn off by Delilah. 11. You'll gain compassion. I'm not even sure what that means. Self-pity or pity from other women. 12. You'll become more creative. I'll not even waste my time with that. 13. You'll exercise self-discipline. Well, MGTOWs, if they're proper MGTOWs, do exercise self-discipline. They don't get married and fall for women. She rambles on. She learns to monitor spending as financial circumstances change. Yeah, that's right. Even if you are getting all that alimony, it's not quite as much money as you were getting before from your fucking husband. So you're going to waste money on more Manola Blahniks and Jimmy Choos and all the shit that women buy that they don't need. 14, she blabbers on. You have the opportunity to reevaluate. Fuck. Well, MGTOWs and single men can reevaluate their situation just by looking at what's going on around them. The empirical evidence will show them that their friends and family and uncles and fathers are getting divorced left, right and centre and losing absolutely fucking everything. 15, you can explore. She can look at catalogues, take a class online, try a new sport, read about something that interests her, and emasculate successful men. It emulates successful people. That's what I do. She doesn't say emasculate successful men. Woman is, oh fuck the rest of it. 16, you can please yourself for a change. Well, I thought, this is moving on to Rachel Gladstone. So let's look at what Mickey McWade does. She's a divorce coach. Okay, 16, you can please yourself for a change. I thought women always did. I've read women's magazines for decades and it's always the same. Self, 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 self. And this is by Rachel Gladstone. This is a new one. 17, you'll benefit from the rebound effect. Rachel finishes that paragraph off, or that advice off, by suggesting that the mere act of kissing someone who isn't your ex-husband can make you feel almost virginal again. So the fucking cock carousel all over, huh, Rachel? 18, she continues. Divorce looks good on you. Well, marriage does not look good on a MGTOW, and divorce does not look good on most fucking men. But what a trivial way to look at it. Listen to this shit. Take this opportunity to reinvent yourself by restyling your hair and revamping your wardrobe. What a fucking... Oh, fuck that. Alright, that's Rachel done with. And this is on to Sharon Rivkin for the last 3. 19, it's a chance to change habits and patterns. Seek out a qualified therapist who is there to support you, provide honest feedback and help you embrace your new life. Let's see what Sharon does for a living. She's a therapist. And she boasts about the things she's invented and books she's done and stuff she's done and blah, blah, blah. I have appeared in Oprah Magazine, Reader's Digest, Martha Stewart, Whole Living... I thought she was in jail. Oh no, that's right, she got out and she cheated on her husband of 26 years and fucked things up for herself. That's Martha Stewart, not lovely Sharon here. Anyway, I'll straight on to the last ones. 20. It's an opportunity to be independent. Well, MGTOW men are. 21. You have the ability to make better choices. Well, if you're MGTOW, you can make any fucking choice you want. And that's why I'm recommending this article, not from these women's point of view, but from a MGTOW point of view. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box. And it looks like for once I'm going to turn in under 10 minutes here. So thank you very much if you've got this far. And I'll try and do some more serious stuff in the future. But there's a bit of serious to this nevertheless. But thank you if you've got this far. And bye. See you next time.